Hello, my name is Mario DeCutis, and I'm here today to talk about the jamKAT, the DITI, and the gigKAT. When you put them together in combination, you have a turnkey package designed to play music right out of the box. One of the most interesting things about this is that these kits that we've designed for you are more than just hit the pad and get the sound. Instead, you'll find all different kinds of gestures and all different kinds of tricks that happen underneath every pad that makes it so much more fun to play on the jamKAT than anything else ever created. So I'm going to go through some of the kits right now and show you what they do and give you the concept that we call improvisation through pattern recognition. You don't need to know what the chords are, what the notes are, what the scales are. Instead, you just play on the pads, you hear a combination of patterns that you like, and then you improvise on them, and then through the recognition of those patterns, you'll create your own music. So it's like jazz improvisation, only you're improvising on the jamKAT, and you're learning by having the instrument teach you all the possibilities, and there are thousands of possibilities. Every time I play on this thing, it teaches me a new combination. It's so exciting. So let me begin by playing for you some of the kits that are into the user kits of the DITI. The first kit that I'm going to show is called Tabla and Toys. So Tabla and Toys is basically designed to show you some of the sensitivity of the instrument itself. So notice that on these two pads, when I play soft, I get one sound. But as I get a little louder, so this is called velocity shifting as we go from one sound to the next. And that's the Tabla and Toys kit. Here's a kit on the DITI called Press Switch. And some interesting things happen when you play on the kit. First of all, on this pad, when I play soft, the sound is short. When I play hard, the sound gets long. Long, short. Now also, you may notice that you're going to hear different pitch changes controlled by playing on the pad. So besides that, the pressure on one pad can affect the sound on the other. Watch. So when I play open, it's one sound. When I put pressure on the pad and hit it, I get a different sound. Same thing with this. Open sound, put pressure. So it's a sound that has lots and lots of different flavors with the pitch bending and the changing of the sounds. And for acoustic players, putting pressure on the head and then hitting the pad is something very natural. Here's a kit on the DITI called Mel Bell. And why this is so interesting is because on each of the pads, we have an alternate note pattern. What does that mean? Well, on this pad, I have to hit it 7 times before the sound repeats itself. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on this pad, I have another 7-note pattern. When I put just the two pads together, look at all the different possibilities that can come from this. But on another pad, it doesn't have to be in 7. I could have a pattern that's in 3. when I play the two pads together simultaneously, you're hearing 7 against the 3. On another pad, I could be playing in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's in 7 also. Play them together. So this is a kit that has lots and lots and lots of different possibilities, but knowing where you are on the alternate patterns on each pad. Here's a kit called Play in 7. Like the other kit, Mel Bell, it's in 7 for the most part, but now we're using different sounds that are not just percussion sounds. So, for example, I start by playing this pattern. And then this is another variation of that 7. Here I'm going to put a triangle, open and close. Here I have some vibe sounds. Now some drum sounds. And a bass player. Here's a kit called Toys, and on each of the pads you'll have a pattern of 3. But on this pad, I could transpose these 3 pitches to another pitch to give me a little different sound. I can do that again. Back to the beginning. Second sound. Third sound. So that goes for all of the sounds on the pad. But now I can also hit this pad and change the sound completely. Hear the pattern 3. Change sound. Change it again. So by using this pad to change the sounds, this pad to change the instrument, and hearing the patterns of 3, there are thousands of different note possibilities. Here's a kit called Marim Jam. This pad's in 4, but this pad's in 3. Put them together. But now, when I hit this pad, the patterns start from the beginning. On these pads, you get 2 sounds. these two pads are alternating. The rest of them are just 2 notes in every pad. If you wanted to change the sound, I hit the right arrow. Same pitches, but different sound. Do it again. Here's a kit called Mr. Snappy. And again, I'm using velocity to change the sound on a pad. Now, here's a short sound, but if I hold it down, it gets long. Mr. Snappy. Here's a kit called Press and Hold. Normally when you're playing a pad, you just get the sound. But now we have the ability to make a sound last longer by pressing it down like a keyboard. Here's another kit called Tune in 5. And this kit gets a little bit more interesting because there's more to it. On this pad, I have a pattern of 15 notes. Watch. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But where it gets interesting is that this pad changes the direction of that melody line. So, forward, backwards, forwards, backwards. So you can change the direction of forwards or backwards. But where it also gets interesting is that I can play a different sound like the bass, but change the key of the melody. So watch. So each time I hit it, the melody goes up or down. How do I get back to the beginning? By going here and striking it. So watch. Fun kit. Here's a kit called J-Brass. I love this kit because it really works on finger sensitivity on the pads. And what's happening is when I play soft, I get one sound, and as I get harder, the pitch changes. Watch. Change the sound by hitting the right arrow. Add some timpani. Thousands and thousands of possibilities. You don't need to know the chords or the scales. You just need to have fun, play, and learn some combinations to create your own music. Here's a kit called Brush Kit. Switching sounds. Here's a kit called Bar Kit. Now on this pad, I have two sounds, a bass drum and a hi-hat. But I also put that same sounds on two pads. And I put a snare drum here. And here. And here. I also can change the sound by hitting this pad. Here's a kit called Alter Jam. Now, here's a melody. And you can play it any way you want. Here's an alternate to that melody. Now, what's happening is here I have a constant sound, and here's the melody, and here's another little melody. When I put them together, when I press on this, they come back to the beginning. Here's a kit of cowbells called cowbells. What I like about it is that lots of cowbells. But I also have the ability to change the sound by hitting it hard. Here's a song called jamKAT in G. On this pad, I have a melody line. On this pad, I have the same thing. I can play them out of sequence and watch what happens. I can play them alternately, or here's another melody on this side, same thing. Add 3 pads. Now hit the right arrow and get some string sound, same thing. Combined with the pressure to allow it sustain. Change key. How'd I do that? By hitting this pad. Hit this pad, get back to the beginning. Hit the right out to get some other sounds. Now, when you're playing alternate note patterns, we have some kits that also have some silences in the patterns. This kit is called Pitts String Craze. And watch. Silence. Here's melody now. What we can also do is change the key. What you may have noticed, when I hit this pad, everything freezes. Can't change the key anymore. Hit it. Now it starts playing again. Here's a kit called In Fourths. And in this case, in fourths, I'm playing sounds that have chords in them that are in fourths. But the sound's very short. And I can control the length of the sound by how long I press on the pad. Kind of a fun thing. Here's a kit called Minor Trance. And what it shows is the ability to dampen sounds by putting pressure on the pad. So if I play a pad, I can kill it by just going like this. We hope that you enjoyed some of the sounds and the kits that are inside the DITI. There are 50 kits inside the DITI, And these are just some of them that we've showed. There are many more, and a lot of more videos to come to give you better explanations. Have a good day.